good morning, Daddy Chris from Srtv, Dex in London. Do I have the message or God has said I should say something to you? That you should forget everything that has happened. Be you 10 years old, be you 100 years old, throw it aside. Today is a new beginning. It's never too late to get on the right path. So don't dwell on your past. Don't dwell on your sorrow. Wake up. There's so much ahead of you. That's what God said I should say to you. And God is saying to you, governors of state, that it's not too late to pick up. Don't forget about, you don't need 300 years, all the years in office to make the impact. Maybe today is the time to make the right start. Forget about what people have been saying bad about you. You can do better. So just speak it up. Wake up this morning. Don't even think of anything. Say, what do I have to do to make things better? And the answer is there. If you listen, you will hear it. I'm not going to say this to President Tinubu. Tinubu is not late. I watched this woman ranting, cursing and all that. But at the end of the day, she's still saying, do something better. Tinubu is not late. We can save this country. We can save the continent. You can still do better. You can make a legacy that you will be proud of. It's possible that Tinubu, that nobody believe in, turn out to be the best president Nigeria will ever had. It's possible, but sir, not the way you're doing it now. You are dancing to the gallery. People just dance. People just talk. You came out like a president, and you made a very firm decision. No more subsidies. And we thought we were about to see a president, a new president, renewed hope. That's how you call it. Papa, you spent a year and a half in office. You know people are not happy. You know the truth. And can you just go back and think of what you have done right and wrong? And I'm saying to you, or God is saying to you, it's not too late. God will not come physically to speak to you. He's using me to speak to you today. That it's not too late. But Papa, President, you can do great things now. The question is, what is the true problem? Let us take a look at that. And I'm going to say that yesterday, of course, I don't need to remind the Green Eagles, or the Super Eagles. We don't call them the Green Eagles, but they are now the Super Eagles. What we know them before were the Green Eagles. They are now the Super Eagles. You see, when we talk of the old and the new, when we're growing up, we know the Green Eagles. Today, they are the Super Eagles because so many Eagles are there now. The senior boys came out yesterday and they made us proud. I don't need to let them know that it's never too late anymore. That this is now the beginning of a new thing to happen. And to every single person watching this show today, as we step into this week, I come with the grace of God and I share it with you, because this week, if you believe, you're going to remark, it's going to be one of the most remarkable weeks in your life. But it ain't going to happen through me. It's going to happen with what you do. That's why I'm saying it's not too late. Wake up, get up, throw up your things, wake up, say, hey, where are these people? Where is it happening? I'm going to go down, I'm going to have my own chair, and it is going to be given to you. Don't forget, one thing the Bible said correctly is knock. And first, let's start. Ask. You woke up this morning, what did you ask? When you ask God, ask a man. And I'm going to use this word. And that's where my topic is going to be today. When you ask God, ask a man. You know, very many people wake up today, and I'm sure they've prayed. You pray to God to do something for you. But how many men have you approached to do the same thing for you? How many? It's a question. I know you ask God, do something. I want you to do this. I want you to change this. I want you to do this in my life. I'm not saying talk to pastor. How many people that are in the position to do the things that you have actually made up your mind that you're going to make a call to? Now, don't be afraid. Go to them, make a call to them. Ask them. What you should be telling God is, God, soften this man's heart to listen, to do what I say. As I'm speaking to him, let it be you talking to him. He must do what I say. Command him to do. But you're going to get the result. But God can never come down to do it for you. God has made this world, and he made us in charge of everything on earth. He's not in control of things. That's why people can be serving God and still be hungry. God cannot give you what you're asking for. But those things you're asking for is in the hands of a person like you. And it's human. You just need to talk to him and you'll get what you want. That's my message this morning. It's a beautiful Monday, 9th of September 2024. The year is the ember month, and we're coming to the end of the year again. I'm excited. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm so happy with this part of the year. I don't know why. I don't like the cold, but for some reason I'm happy. But today in the studio with me is beautiful Mary. I don't know what Mary has managed to do for herself, but this young girl, they do plenty magic. We'll see her first. Mary, at least your money, Madam Mary. Because you don't know they call you Madam. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
Yeah. So how is Abuja?
Abuja is fine.
So I've been saying something. Wake up on a positive note. Believe. I want to see the energy in you because it's gonna happen. Anything you ask God today, Mary, you're gonna ask a man and you're gonna get it. So that's something we're gonna tell everybody as we continue this show. Anything you ask God this morning, ask a fellow human being and you will get it. You're telling God, you've told God already. God is going to use that person to speak, to give you that thing you asked from God this today. And make it be specific and give the testimony at the end of the show. I told you my church is the church of service. Welcome to the church of service with Daddy Chris. My name is Daddy Chris, and this is beautiful Mary. You're looking at her there. Mary, now tell me one thing. I saw some wonderful image in Abuja. It says, make us see talk. Is it your president? Is it your big boss?
Okay, that's the minister of FCT.
Yes. I like the name. Yes, some wiki. Where does the name Yes, some come from? Say, then our Igbo name. I mean,
No, that's Ikwere in Port Harcourt.
Oh, is that's the meaning of it's Yes, some an Ikwere name?
It's an Ikwere name.
Okay, yeah. Yes, some. But I like it. It's more. It's almost English.
So, okay. So he signed MOU on electricity and water. So he signed it with Chinese Civil Engineering Corporation. So he said he wants to ensure stable electricity in the FCT, especially like in area of Babalada, Kwali area here in Abuja, and also supply of water as well, because there are some areas as well that lack water in Abuja. So he's trying to see how he can work on that. So this is Wiki and the Chinese engineering, right? Company, they are trying to sign this, so they'll work on it. They work on our water and electricity in the Federal Capital Territory. So I think that's the MOA they are signing. So he wants them to commence the job immediately, and this was signed on Saturday.
So, and the question I'm wondering now, I mean, it's a good thing. Thank you, Wiki, because all you do is this way you're good at sign this kind of contract. You see, this is why I said something. Maybe the intention might be good, but the action might be primitive. I'm going to say this. I'm sorry to use the bad word this morning. Did I use the word correctly? The intention might be good, but the action might be primitive. I'm asking, two things that concerns me, and I'm going to look at the super egos. Is it true that we don't have the right personnel in the country to fix our electricity problem? I need to ask this. In fact, I'm going to have the rest of my broadcast with the academic society. I am going to go from one department to the other. And these questions will be the questions I'll be asking them. Are you telling me that our engineers lack the know-how to do what this company is going to do now? Mary, you went to the University of Recent. I cannot speak for you. Are you saying that the Nigerian civil engineers cannot do this? Is that what they're saying? We're going to, yeah.
The thing is, they believe that when it involves another country, it becomes better, right? Because if you're telling me you're signing MOU with China civil engineering, right? Nigeria has a lot of civil engineers. Intelligent one has that. Creative one has that. So I don't know if maybe they're expecting to gain something from China, because this solo China and Nigerian cooperation trying to do one thing or the other is what I'm still finding. I'm not finding funny right now. It looks as if most of the things we are doing right now, we want to do it with the China people, right? Then I asked myself, what's so special about the China? Because when I saw the China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation, right? Nigeria has Civil Engineering Construction Corporation, not just China. You understand? So why China? Why is it that they'll tell me China is trying to ensure this particular thing in Nigeria? China is trying to, but they're not doing it for free, right? They're collecting the money. So why not do it with people in Nigeria that are capable?
That's the question. Anyway,
Why
well,
not
like,
just China
let's
to
see.
do
It's like
so?
we have a guest on the show today. We'll be expecting Essie Michael. Let's see what Essie. Hello, Essie.
Hello, good morning.
Morning. Good. If you can just put your phone down, Essie, it will help because then it will avoid the sound from reaching.
Okay.
Yes. Well,
Can you hear me?
yes, we can hear you. Again, that you are not in the center of the screen though. And because when I'm talking to you, it's reflecting back because I don't know whether it's your room. I can hear the echo coming back to me.
Maybe it should be my room.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
There's that. If we can just find a way to fix it, it will be helpful.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm going to get Essie back on the show. I'm going to see if Essie can just help us to fix that and we'll bring him back. We're going to need two young people like Mary and Essie to look at what we are looking at today. I'm going to, Essie, try and fix it. I'll quickly bring you back. Essie, please try and see if you can maybe restart your phone or do something so that to correct the sound in the area. Well, like Mary rightly said, people, there is the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nelson Wike, signing contract with the Chinese. And two things that came to mind. On my show on Saturday, I did mention that Nigerians used to have corporations. And I'm going to make this clear. We used to have corporations. When I say corporations, we have the Nigerian Electric Power Authority. It was not just an authority, it was a corporation run by the Nigerian state to fix electricity challenges. In fact, with the way they were going, I believe that if the Nigerian Electric Power Authority were empowered with the kind of money we're pumping to China now, I'm sure that body then would have grown itself to become a formidable force today. Now, the grammar that came to me is, oh, government is not good at running business. I agree. So what did you do? You sold every little thing. Now, we are paying money to China to come and do the job which NEPA need to be doing for us. Because there's nothing like Nigerian Electric Power Authority now. The guys even doing it as just distributors. They don't have the responsibility. They own nothing. They're just doing businesses. Some are just there for you to get the light and they charge us ridiculous amount of money. I'm not going to go into that. But maybe this is a debate that I want the university. This is why I keep saying that I really need to sit down with the Nigerian academics and the university sector to tell us what is it that this Chinese company can do that is not taught in our universities. I'm confused. And say peradventure we don't have the technology. If the Chinese man come and face it, who's going to maintain it?
That is it. Will they still be coming back to Nigeria to do
That's
it?
a good question, my daughter.
I can understand that most of them, they're Chinese companies in Nigeria, right? But why the Chinese company?
No, Mary, it's not a problem if the Chinese company come and do business here. But why would the government sold our birthright to China? I don't understand. What you must, of course, there are things. I thought if Nigerians really want to be good at this, either they sending people now. If electricity is a challenge to Wike, I don't ask Wike how many people are this sponsored for electric courses. I don't even understand why we should even sponsor people abroad for electric courses. Technology is so cheap now. These are not technology. These are technical things. When you take technology, something new, these are things technicians can do. Are you saying Nigerian engineers cannot fix our electricity problem? Are you saying we don't know how to use solar power? There's a technology in solar power that the Nigerian does not know, that the Nigerian academic institution does not know. Is it true that Wike did not go to them? Are they not working together, people? That is a question. No, I did not mean to offend anyone. I said some of this action might be good. The intention might be brilliant, but the action might be primitive.
That's true.
I am sorry, man, but I don't know. I'm happy. I'm gonna thank Wiki for thinking. But you know when you see this kind of I don't want to use the bad word on you, Wiki. But when we see people like you signing off our money, the money you've not earned, and you're not spending the money within the country, we are in problem. And the people who could do it are jobless. You see the problem, Mary? The engineers who could have done this job in Nigeria are jobless. They are even going on strike. They are saying they are not well paid. I am sure if you put 10 electric construction engineers in Nigeria and electrical engineers, they will come up with a blueprint of how electricity can be sustained in Nigeria. And if they fail, they can continue to do it again, or they can steal, or they can learn from unlearn. Technology is about learning and unlearning and relearning. Nobody got it perfect. The Chinese don't have it perfect. Even in the UK, we don't have everything perfect, but they learn, they relearn, they unlearn, and that's it. They are bound to be mistakes. Which is gonna bring us to the topic of today, which we're gonna look at carefully, which is the football. If we continue to say our coaches are not good, you bring in one other one, you bring another bagger. Who's gonna love you more than the Nigerian? I don't know who can love your child more than the father. You women make mistake a lot, Mary. Say this man, when he give you belly, now you open leg for him, you don't bump for him. You say that one not good again, you won't go carry another one. So who go come love your children pass that one when you born them? It's a better father. You're a joker. Anyway, we're going to say thank you to Wiki. All I can do is thank him for this brilliant work. But Wiki, you know, when I say something today, and I'm going to bring the topic of the day. The day you ask God, Wiki, to give us electricity, did you ask your fellow man? Let's assume the Chinese people are God now, because that's how I can see it. Because if they have everything, so you can call them for everything. Have you asked your fellow Nigerians? Have you called on the Nigerian institution? They say invested with you there in Abuja. You don't need to. You see, waiting there for Abuja. Waiting not there your village. You know, there's nothing God has not given. When God was distributing knowledge, when God was revealing Himself, He revealed Himself to all mankind. He did not keep it to the Yoruba alone. Yoruba have a name for God. The Igbo man have a name for God. The Yoruba man have a name for God. The Hausa man have a name for God. We all have a name for God, though. That's how He shared the technology too. I mean, in terms of human resources, God have given it to every nation to survive. And Nigeria will come of age. It's a shame, perhaps primitive, to be signing this kind of contract. But let's congratulate us. Hopefully there will be electricity in Nigeria. You know, this is what his brother did. You see that one that they call Mary,
Sir?
the Minister of Finance, of Transport under Buhari. What to be that his name? Now another Ekurema.
Is it Amici?
Amici. This was how he was signing contract with China. If I say these people from they like Chinese very well. Now so China, now say they sign. If they tell us why not, where are the railway now? Meanwhile, Mary, this is the funniest thing. Nigerian abandoned the Nigerian Railway Corporation. And in this time, we are paying Chinese to come and construct railway for us. So we've said we don't need the railway corporation, is dead. Sold by them. Maybe we will know. Usala will go. In fact, wait till I want to ask Nigerian government. All these people, when I say they get questions to answer, who sold them? Who sold NEPA? Who bought it? Maybe that man when they talk today. So I hear say this one they act is small now. That your brother from Adamawa State. Maybe we'll see marry you to him again then. Maybe they just get enough husband. That article. It's very loud these days, really.
Yes, now. But that's politics for you. It's always coming for Tinubu.
Yes. Let's hope that. Hello.
Hello.
All right. When you're talking, it's good,
Okay.
but there's this echo coming back to me. That is what I'm worried about.
Okay.
Mm.
I've tried
Maybe.
fixing it, but I can hear you very well over
Yes, and we can hear you. You know, but when I speak, my voice echo back.
there. I don't really know what the issue is.
Yes, maybe if you have to, I don't know how many phones you're on, if you can fix it, because otherwise we're going to be having this. And I'm sure it can be better because we're almost there.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're on the speaker or something, maybe it need to be off or something. I'm not sure, but certainly something is echoing back to me. All right, but before I'm going to be quiet. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to let you say what you think about before we even let you go now. What we just have the Super Eagles. They did something amazing yesterday, and I wanted to hear the input of young people from you, especially in the sports arena, to tell us what you think and where we're going.
Okay. It's the match the other day was a good one, but you know the result was fine, and there was so much improvement on the team. And but one thing I want to talk about is we appointing foreign coaches. I don't really think that it's the best way to go. I believe if Guavon is doing something nice, I believe he should be given the position of the head coach. And they tend to even the coaches from Nigeria tend to organize the team better. And they tend to organize the team better. And Osimhen, for me, putting Osimhen on the bench was a good idea also, because it brings room for competition, and knowing very well that someone is there that can score the goals as you, it opens room for competition. And you could see the challenge. He took up the challenge and then he came in and got a goal. So these are some of the things that our coaches are not getting right. You definitely, one is a big player, but sometimes you need to understand that there is room for improvement. And so it was an oral game. It was good, and I believe there is also room for improvement.
All right. So Guavon, I'm going to do something. Say, I know what to do. So if you don't, I'm going to mute you and unmute you so that I don't hear my voice. So Guavon is the man of the match. Mary, do you agree?
How can Eguavon was he the one that played? That is a coach. Does he make him the man of the match?
Maybe it's not the coach that pick who's going to play.
I'm not saying Eguavon is the man of the match. I'm not saying that. He's not the man of the match. The man of
I think Ademola.
Yeah, Lukman was the man of the match. Lukman was the man of the match. What I'm saying is that the coach did something really good. He took up the courage of benching Osimhen and bringing him in the second half. That's what I'm trying to say. Creating competition in the team. That's what I'm trying to say. And we should give him thumbs up for that.
Yes.
You understand? That's what.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, because of that, Mary, just for us to understand ourselves, I will be muting him when we are talking so we don't hear ourselves back. All right. So if we can respect that, so we're just going to be able to maintain that. So, Essay, you just can understand. I'm going to do that so that the echo, that's the only way I can control the echo and we can go with this show. So I'll be quiet most of the time. So I'm going to let the two of you, Mary, when he's talking, Mary, Mary, when you want to talk, I will mute him. So let Mary finish so that you can talk. So that because if it's the same thing that will happen if it's Mary's turn. All right. So we go with the flow.
Okay,
Now,
like I said, the people are saying that Eguavon is the man of the match. One thing about Nigerians, I don't know, and that's the problem I have. If they had lost this match yesterday, everybody will come for Eguavon. All the positive comments, we'll not be hearing it, right?
is that not why he's the man of the match, Mary?
Just like how they insulted Finidi and all of that. So because let's say he's lucky. On the first time, he was able to prove Nigerians wrong, and he did better. But he can never be man of the match. Just like what you said, I feel like there's a competition here because Osimhen is the kind of player that you start a match with him. Most times, even when Osimhen is having injuries, he will try his best to see how he can start that match and end it. Even when he knows he's not fit, he's not leaving the pitch. But now him coming at the second half, you can see that he was able to still score. He did his best. Why do I feel like Lookman gradually, you understand, is doing something, is doing better, and Osimhen might begin to see Lookman as a competition because the guy is also good. I don't know if you're mistaken. I don't want you to misunderstand me. But as regards when you want to say somebody that scores goals, somebody that plays well, if it's for that Nigerian and Benin match, I was not even able to watch it because I was still struggling to go when they were playing it. So I was able to see it online. If you say want to give somebody the man of that match, it should be Lookman.
Oh, anyway, maybe like I said, I'm gonna be calm. But what I say, man of the match, you said something maybe that had we lost the match yesterday, Guavon will be in trouble right now.
He will be everywhere. Twitter will come for him. There will be something.
So now that he has won, so meaning he is very important.
But he cannot be man of the match.
No, I didn't say okay. Man of the match I'm not saying he's the best player of the match. When I say man of the match, he's a man that made it happen. He's a man. It was his technical decisions that made us to win the game. That's what both of you are saying. Let's hear essay. Is that correct?
Yes, you are correct. You know, one thing is from the head. The coach makes the decision rubs on the team. You understand? If the coaches get their decisions wrong and then the results are bad, I believe the coach take responsibility for that. So if the team is winning collectively from the instruction of the coach and his substitutes and all that, and results are coming very well, then credit should be given to the coach also. What I'm trying to say is that there is a difference between a coach and a player. No, collectively they played, the team, it's a team, and the players did their very best. But we have to give credit to Iguavon. Like I said he made the right choice. It was a bold choice, a very bold one and a courageous one. Benching someone like Osimhen, you know, before now, Osimhen was having some issues, and you need to integrate him back to the team. I don't know if you get me. You need to bring him back. Osimhen was having transfer issues. I believe he was the last person who came to the team. He came to camp. He was the last person who came. So, and you know, there are also good persons there. These persons have arrived camp earlier than Osimhen. So if you just put them on the bench and you bring Osimhen in, the last person that came to the team, you just bring him in, it would sound as if you are having this favoritism for a particular player. Yes, not disregarding the fact that Osimhen is a good player, but it is the duty of the head coach to integrate the team and make sure there is harmony. He played Osimhen in the second half, yes, and Osimhen came in. Osimhen has seen the competition that my place in this team, there is a challenge, and he has to.
I'm not irreplaceable.
You say?
I said Osimhen can see that he is not irreplaceable.
Replaceable. He can be substituted at any time, and you know there is a lot of there are good players in this team. Boniface, for example, is a very good player.
Yes.
Who played very well last season. Just that injury came in and then his season was cut short. Boniface is a good player. Lookman is a very good player. So we have so many people that can fill it for Osimhen. So dropping Osimhen on the bench is just a challenge. And one thing I want to say is that Osimhen did very well coming from the bench and then playing with all enthusiasm and happiness, and then he got a goal. That is a statement that you can call on me whenever you need me, and I will deliver. Yes. And that is the work of the head coach. And then he got his tactics right, changing at the right time, bringing in the right players at the right time. So credit goes to him. But I'm not saying he is the man of the match. I'm not saying he is the man of the match because my sister there is saying he's not the man of the match because he didn't play. Everybody can't play. The coach is not there to play. The coach is there to dish out the instructions to make sure that the tactics and everything is corrected. Everything is in line. So he got his tactics right, his technical team, he got it right, and then he did what he had to do, and we got the result. So credit should be given to him also. But on the man of the match, when you're talking about man, you know, man of the match normally is given to a particular player who did a standing on the pitch. So Lookman, for me, yes, is the man of the match. But credit, like I'm saying, and I'm rightly saying, credit should be given to Iguavon for taking such a bold step. He's a local coach. Not every local coach would have that courage of benching someone like Osimhen, who is in his peak, who is playing very well in Europe, just left Napoli to Galatasaray. He's doing very well. Not every coach would want to do that. You understand me? Not every coach.
I
So
agree.
you have to bring Osimhen back to the team, integrate him back to the team. You understand? He has passed through a lot in this transfer window,
Yeah.
having issues, not being able to go to Chelsea, not PSG, his favorite place he wanted to go to, but he didn't get that move. So Osimhen has been passing through a lot, So finally, he got his transfer to Galatasaray, and he went to Galatasaray. Even in the ninth, Osimhen needed rest. He needed rest, and he needed some rest, and then comes back to the team, refreshing up, and then fire. So that was what the coach did, and he got it right.
Amazing. So can we say, I love these two young people. They're coming in with a different swag. But are you? I want you guys to. I know you. I don't know whether how young or how old you guys were when we won the Olympics. You can think of the best Nigerian team. You know, I remember I was in Belgium when we were in USA 1994. When I said, "Provider, we first score." You understand? You find this amazing team. We have them some Srtv then, and then when them Srtv left, you have the real winning team, which was the like of them. That's when you have them Okocha, them Yekini was still there. We have but again, Amokashi was there. You have that's when Finidi came in. You understand? These were solid teams. Are you saying that this team we have today, winning this match or not, they just won against the Republic? And then the people, Jesus Christ, the John the Baptist sent a message to Jesus, said, are you the one to come or should we wait for another? Is this going to be the winning team or should we wait for another?
Well, the team that won that Atlanta 96, though then I was very young and I had the opportunity of watching the clips. I had to watch those clips all over and all over again. There is a difference between the team of then and the team of now. The team of then, they played for passion. They didn't play for money. And that's one thing that is killing our Nigeria football today. We want to go for the money even before we make name for ourselves. We need the money. But the team of 1996, they played for passion, and you could see the zeal and everything in them. So comparing them with this team of now, this present team, they are very okay. They are organized, they are gifted crop of players, they are talented. But when you add enthusiasm and passion to your game, it gives you something different. Let me make reference to the Brazilian team and the Spanish team. The Spanish team of now, the present Spanish team. You can see the swag when they play their football. You see the flair. You see it that these persons they want to make name for themselves before the money comes in. You understand? So Nigeria, this present Nigeria team can put money aside, put social media aside, and focus on achieving goals, becoming better footballers, and buying themselves to bigger clubs by improving on the pitch. They will do better. So that is the difference between the Srtv, JJ Okocha, Kanu, because I watched that match and I could see Bebeto then crying then. You could see that Brazilian team was a very good, the Brazilian and the Argentine team that we won. They were very good teams. But what aided them was just that passion. They were playing just for football. They were playing just for football. But these present ones now, they don't just play for football. They play for football and they play for money. They go for both at the same time. They are going for the money. They are going for the fame.
Yes.
They don't even think of trophies or that. But the team of JJ and Kanu, then they were playing for trophies. They wanted to make name for themselves. But right now, some people will tell you, play for the money, play for the money. So that's what we are doing now. So I would like to encourage them to play for trophies and play for themselves before going for money.
Now, and that's going to bring me to the next question, which is this young man moving, him going to Turkey. You know, how can you leave Italy to Turkey? That is going back. You understand?
How is he going back? How is he going back?
When you leave, listen, listen, football, maybe if you understand the dynamics of football, there are some countries where you play football, we not go see you. Sorry. If you play
not in the case of Galatasaray and Osimhen being there. Because the difference is clear. You know that they just signed Osimhen and they gained more than 3 million followers. Napoli was dropping. Their followers were dropping.
3 million followers in the Nigerian squad is not enough to be on the headline. Let me put it this way. When you play in the Premiership, when you play in fact, not any club in Italy, not even any club. If you are in Italy, you'll be playing AC Milan, Inter Milan. You understand? If you are in Spain, be in Barcelona or in Madrid, well, we're gonna eclipse you. If you are in England, there are some teams you need to play.
So
Chelsea, Arsenal.
if Chelsea is not bringing
What
a
he
good deal,
does,
he should be in Chelsea because he wants to make a name. Because personally, if I'm to be in Osimhen's shoe, right, and I see that going to Chelsea, right, is going to disturb me to some extent, I'll leave and go to the one that will get my peace. What I'm saying is, if
is it peace or career, Mary? We're talking career. I mean, yes. Let me let the two of you talk. Yes.
Can I come in, Mary, please? Can I come in?
Yeah.
Okay, you know, Osimhen going to Galatasaray, it wasn't an option for him. The first choice Osimhen had in mind, Osimhen had 3 options before the 4th option popped in. Osimhen's first choice was to go to PSG. That was his first choice. His second choice was to go to Chelsea. And then his 3rd choice was to go to Saudi Arabia for the money. Osimhen wanted to go to PSG. Osimhen had played in France before with Lille, where he made name for himself. Like I rightly said, that they played for themselves before playing for money. Osimhen played for himself. After the Under-17 World Cup, if I'm not mistaken, he went to Lille. He played very well in Lille. And then he made a name for himself, and big clubs were coming around for him. That's what I'm trying to say when I said they should play for passion. Osimhen played for passion before now, and then Lille picked him up. Now, when he was in Lille, he played a very good football, and the whole of Europe were coming for him, and then Napoli came for him. Now, bringing back the issue of Galatasaray, if it is a backward, is retrogressing or is a backward step in his career, Osimhen's first choice was not Galatasaray, it was PSG. And I really wanted him to go to PSG because he had the chances of winning trophy. I always want to go for trophy before money. That's why I prefer Kanu over Okosha, because Kanu at the later on of his career, he played for trophies rather than money. So what I'm trying to say here is that Osimhen, his first choice was PSG. His second choice was Chelsea. And he was pressured to go to Chelsea because of ex-internationals, people of Mikel Obi and all that, pressuring him to come to Chelsea. And he wanted to come to Chelsea, but Chelsea was not his first, it was PSG. And then PSG didn't work out. His agent could not bring up a negotiation between Napoli and what's it called? PSG. So he tried Chelsea. Chelsea, they were having salary issues and all that. I don't know if you followed that transfer saga up. Yeah. And then Saudi Arabia was the last option for him. If he could not go for trophies, let him go for the money. Yes. He didn't get any of these 3. Do you know he sacked his agent? He sacked his agent because he could not get none of those deals done. Now, going to Galatasaray was the 4th option, reviving his career because Napoli has already stripped him off from their team, Napoli team. So he was going to stay for another 6 months without playing football. And Nations Cup is on the horizon here. The Nations Cup is very close. The World Cup qualifiers is very close. So our star man cannot be on the bench. I think he was demoted to the under-21s to be training with them. So Galatasaray was not an option. Galatasaray was just a route for him to pick up again. You understand me? So that was why he moved. He moved to Galatasaray. So Galatasaray is just an option for him to pick up because it's better he play for Galatasaray than to play for the under-21 in Napoli. So that was his reason for going to Galatasaray. Galatasaray was not his option. If it was a proper window and it was not a loan, Osimhen leaving Napoli to Galatasaray is a drop in his career. Yes. Galatasaray is in Turkey. It's not a league that is like France or Spain or the EPL or even Germany, the 5 major league when you are washed properly. Turkey. If you look to the Champions League, I don't think there are more than one team that has qualified. Fenerbahce didn't qualify. Galatasaray itself didn't even qualify from the playoffs. You understand? So you will not be seeing them in the Champions League. I will not be seeing Osimhen back to back like when he was in Napoli, watching him every day. You will not be watching Osimhen in Galatasaray. Even DSTVs and all that, you go to film centers, they will not be showing Galatasaray matches, except Galatasaray is playing a big team in the Champions League or in the Europa Cup, playing Man U, playing Chelsea, or playing Madrid. Before you can get to watch Osimhen, you can't watch Osimhen on a weekend basis in Galatasaray.
What I'm saying.
I don't know if you get me. So going to Galatasaray is just the 4th option for him to pick up his career rather than to sit on the bench and play for the other 20.
Statement. Just like him demoting himself. I see that as a wrong statement. He did not demote him as a player. I did not see that.
I'm not saying Osimhen has demoted himself. He had no option now. The best option for him on ground now is Galatasaray. And it's an opportunity for him to pick up again. And if you see what happened, they had to reduce his release. That's to tell you that his value going to Galatasaray, his value dropped because one, his release clause was 150 million euro before going to Galatasaray. Going to Galatasaray, Napoli had to reduce the release clause to 75 million euro. I don't know if you get me. They had to reduce the release clause to 75 million euro and asking him to pen another extension so that if he plays well in Galatasaray, some other clause comes for him, they can just sign him up for 75 million pounds. Now, if he was a full-time Napoli player and he's playing very well, the release clause would have remained at 150 or 120 million euro. So going to Galatasaray, even Napoli are trying to tell you that his value is dropping. You understand? So going to Galatasaray is a drop in his career, but it's a room for him to rejuvenate his career again and get a bigger move. He's going to Napoli, to Galatasaray, it's just for him to play well there and get a bigger move. So he's using Galatasaray as a means of obtaining a bigger move in the next coming window. I don't know if you get me.
Thank you very much. And exactly what I was trying to say. Now, because I support Arsenal, I was imagine this young man in Arsenal, playing in Arsenal. You know what he would have done? He would have, in fact, he would be in the world map again.
Thank God that you have seen the list that Arsenal was not even part of it. Mind you, like that if was busy trying to see how they can grab a straight Arsenal. Arsenal is not part of his choice. Which one is Arsenal? What is Arsenal?
Let's hear from him.
Arsenal was not part of his choice. Yes, Arsenal was not part of his choice. But England was part of his choice. If any good team in the top 5 had come for Osimhen and agreed to pay his salary, because salary was also an issue, and the release clause, like I rightly said, if you remember very well, I told you that the release clause when he was in Napoli was 150 million euro. I don't know if you get me. So clubs in Europe were not ready to pay that amount of money. The reason he did go to PSG was the difference of 5 million euro. They did accept that 5 million euro with what is it called? With Napoli, 5 million euros. So the release clause was so huge, and clubs in Europe could not afford him. So rather, Galatasaray came for loan. You could see that Galatasaray could not even buy him. They came for loan, and his salary was so huge. I really wanted Osimhen to play for Arsenal. I'm not an Arsenal fan. I'm a Man U fan. But I wanted Osimhen to, instead of playing for Chelsea, the two clubs I wanted him to play for was Arsenal and PSG. Arsenal, they are a team on fire now. They are a team on fire now. And they needed a good top 9 that can give them 20, 30 goals a season. And if Osimhen has gone there, you have good midfielders that were ready to feed him up. People like Odegaard, people like Saka, ready to sacrifice their goals for Osimhen. And Osimhen is if you look at Osimhen goal scoring ratio, you would love it. You would know Osimhen is a strike. You know, we have strikers, we have attackers, we have top 9s. Osimhen is a top 9. And he's very.
Thank God he did not go to
I'm not thanking God.
Which one is Arsenal?
Arsenal.
Who's going to kill his career there? It's better he would manage him in Chelsea instead of Arsenal. But it's not go to Arsenal. Arsenal has never been his choice. I will say what I'm saying.
Listen,
we're going to buy Osimhen. Like if he doesn't have money to buy Osimhen.
On top of Mike of Essay, we're going to have the class. But what I want to say is this: it's a time for us to have. It's just maybe we're just having a civilized conversation.
Osimhen, being
I think it's a simple debate, Mary. The question is a simple debate. The issue of money, the issue of the career, and where would have been good for him. And I wanted to ask Michael.
Arsenal cannot pay him.
Yes, we cannot pay Osimhen.
I don't like Arsenal.
Let's assume we cannot pay Osimhen. All right, let's leave it so bad. Let me put it this way. And that was what I was trying to say. This young man said something. Essay, you said something. I really touched me.
He supported you.
No. For a striker to dominate, for a striker to excel, you must have the right team making it happen. The reason we heard of Yakini, you guys were young when Yakini was so good. Yakini was successful because we have the backup of Omakashi. Okocha will dribble some dizzy, and the ball gets to him, he goes. You understand? And then Finidi was at that left flank. Finidi will run. You understand? Disorganizing the whole defense. This Finidi you guys saw now. It's place number 7. You understand? And then we have a Monique here on the left-hand side. It was a complete squad. You understand? And that was why Yekini succeeded. Now, there's no way. I stand to be corrected. That's why I say now, is this the team we're waiting for? I've not really seen. Maybe I'm not so familiar with the guys on the pitch now, all right? To see the team, that's what I saw then in this kid. Anybody can beat Benin Republic. Sorry. We beat Benin Republic. Come on. We are not lesser human beings. We should be beating Spain. You know the team I'm talking about? We defeated Spain. We beat them. You understand? If you see what Olise did, that's a team you should be talking about.
Thank God that you're not talking about this.
Okay, that is a team. That is a team. That is the difference between passion and playing for money. You understand? Osimhen at his early career played for passion. And he's been pressured by some ex-footballers that he should go for the money now. That's why he kept Saudi Arabia in his option. You understand?
Yes.
PSG was his best option because he had the opportunity of playing for money and play for passion and the trophies. That's why he wanted to go to PSG. You understand? Galatasaray is a off for me, but it's just a means of rejuvenating his career and getting where he is. Arsenal is the best team right now for Osimhen. Arsenal or PSG, that's the best team. They have if you watch Arsenal under Arteta, you will know this is not the Arsenal of Arsene Wenger. This is the Arsenal of Arteta. And I'm a Man U fan, but I love to watch Arsenal. You see, Arsenal is what is called football. If you understand football properly, you will know Arsenal are playing football. They play the best football aside Brighton. I think Brighton play the best football in EPL, if I'm not mistaken. For now, Brighton play the best football.
There are only 2 football teams in Europe, Barcelona and Arsenal. They are the only 2 football teams in Europe. We don't have more. They're the only 2 football teams in Europe. Let's hear from Messi. Let's say, this
Okay, so you see Arsenal. So you see Arsenal in Premier League now. I love Arsenal the way they play. Man City play very good football, but sometimes the football is boring. Arsenal don't give you a boring football. There is a flair, there is urgency, there is dynamism. Their game is so dynamic. You see them playing with power. If you look at Arsenal, it's just some few players, like I said, money. It's just some few players that earn massively. You could see the rest playing for passion and name so that they can get big salaries later and big moves. You understand? There are just few persons earning 200 there. Somebody like Saka, Declan Rice. What was this guy from Chelsea? What's his name? What's that his name? Kai Havertz, which is the highest paid there. You can see the rest you can see some of them are 75, 90. So since they're on low salary, they want to improve. You get me? So that's what I'm trying to say. So Arsenal is the best place where you will play as a team. There's what we call a football club and there's what we call a football team. Manchester United that I support is a football club. Arsenal that I don't support is a football team. There is difference between these two. So that's why you see Spain. You see Spain in this Europe and the qualifier, they are playing very well. I think Spain is the youngest squad in this world presently. You play with 17, play with 18, play with 16. These are players that are not playing for money yet. That's why you can see the dynamism, the flair. They are not playing for money. They are playing for promotion. They want to promote themselves for bigger clubs and bigger salaries. So the coach, what's that his name again? I've forgotten his name. He has done a good job with Spain and is trying to bring these young players up. They are playing, most of them are playing for Barcelona, the young Baka Lasima, and they came into the first team and they are playing well. And he's integrating them properly. And you see in the next, I bet you I can put my money in Spain that they will win this next World Cup.
They will.
Aside Argentina.
They will.
They will win this next World Cup. Because did you watch the yesterday match between Spain and what's it called? Switzerland? They were a red card down. They still won that match 4-1. I was surprised. What? This is in this football, like
that's it.
They're a man down. And they were winning 2-1 with a man down. They went on to win 4-1. Trust me, these are players that are playing for passion. These are players so this present Nigeria squad, they are full of what I would say is that they are full of potentials. but they need to be harnessed. Somebody need to bring them together and make them understand that play for football, play for passion before money. So they are the difference between the JJ of then, that 96 squad, and this one. They are full of talent. This is one of the most talented squad I have seen ever since I've been watching the Nigeria team, national team, or supporting them. This team is full of players, but their concentration level is not as high as the one of the 1996 Atlanta.
Can we say, Essie, that this team, this Nigerian Super Eagles, they are a club. They are not a team. They don't play football as a team. There's no team in it. You understand? In fact, you know what this team, you understand yourself. You know when the coach hold the ball, you know what it's going to do. You know when, in fact, if you see Sunday, only say then. Only say, that way, if you hold you, you see, these are the kind, they make Guavon, they were in the behind. You understand? These were kids who were playing as a team. We don't have a team yet. We have a club. And that's the problem. You know, and what we need is a coach who can make a club out of them. And the coach is not going to look at their faces like Guavon did. He's going to make hard decisions. Say, no, boy, I'm going to bring an unknown person. You see, you know where this young boy came from in Spain? That torments everybody, this little 16 years old. And then the other one, William. William was a problem. And it's going to remain a problem. William is going to be the man. In fact, if he doesn't win in the next few years, if William is not it, then it's the other young boy. Because William is dangerous. He has it. And these are the things you need. Yeah, go on. No. So
okay.
Yeah.
So it's just, we need a coach. We don't just need a coach that would want to favor some players. We need a coach that can pull the string at any time, that can pull the plug on any player and try and make the player understand that I am your boss. You understand? I am your boss. It is me before you, not you before us. I give instructions. You play according to plan. You understand? And if you watch that Benin Republic match, they played according to plan. And you could see what Iguavon did. Why I said the credit should be given to Iguavon. You see our big players. At a point, he started removing them from that match. You could see Bassi was substituted, if I'm not mistaken. He started removing some key players and bringing passion back to the game. That was that. If you watch football it goes beyond the screen. It goes beyond the screen. You need to understand the technical flow, balancing the technical flow, balancing of egos.
Power.
You need to balance the power, power tussle there.
Yes.
One thing, Finidi George is a very big player. In short, if you are counting the first 5 players in the Nigeria history, Finidi George should come amongst the top 5, if I'm not mistaken. Trophy-wise, career-wise, he should be Finidi George. He's one of the biggest. It's just that he didn't win the African best, and I don't understand why Finidi George didn't win that. He won the Champions League. He went to Ajax. He did the unbeaten. He won so many accolades. So what I'm trying to say is that you bring in a coach that is able to control these players and keep ego. Finidi George could not organize that thing. And he had an issue with Osimhen, and Osimhen feel maybe if Finidi George is hard to become the big boy. Iguavon is there. But Iguavon needs to understand, take Osimhen as your child. It's not easy to become a big player and then you are what will I put it? You are brought down. Because ego will definitely come in. So it is the duty of the coach to control the ego. You understand? So what he did that Benin Republic match, I loved it. When I saw Osimhen was benched and Boniface was played instead of what was it called? Osimhen. I like, kudos, credit to this coach.
All right. So and then okay, I still want to continue this conversation because I'm coming to the other part of it now.
If Nigeria had lost that match, they would have come back with Iguavon. Why didn't he start the match with Osimhen? I know what I'm saying. It's because now you put him on bench, right? And we're able to win that match. They're not giving him credit. But if we had lost now, they'll say, why did you put Osimhen on bench? Why didn't you put him at the start of the match so that he would do magic?
But Mary, for those of us that know the capabilities of these players, we know Boniface cannot. I know Osimhen is not a magician. And let me bring this guy back. You understand? Osimhen, 1 minute. Osimhen is not a magician. Yeah, 1 minute. 1 minute, essay. Osimhen is not a magician. Boniface is not a magician. I know it's going to take a team. You need I'm looking for the backup. You know why? If you watch this match, that what's his name? Moses. That Moses that was running from the left flank. You understand? Sometimes he's the one that caused the goals. He's the one. You know, you're not gonna claim a goal if you've not disorganized the defense. Somebody got to be responsible for that. Who's doing that for us? I didn't watch the match, unfortunately, so I won't be saying much. But you really need to watch these matches and see who is playing the game for us. You understand?
Match.
Yes, and when you see in those days, Okocha may not even do a good thing, but he may run past one or two. Defense will run towards him. You've disorganized your defense. You need a player. You understand? Maybe there was a time, man, we were using Babangida. If you give Babangida, he will run. As he's running, everybody's going towards him. He has disorganized the defense for you. So from you need that.
From the side position again.
Yes. You need that. And that's what this team, they need to come together, understand individual play. Everybody on that pitch have a role to play. And until you get it right, in fact, then Celeste Babayaro from behind, he will come back and score a goal. You understand? And these are you can't underrate any portion, but there are some key places you need to have right. And so we play, but I'm going to come to one interesting part because we're going to spend today on football. We're happy we won 3-0, but it's been a republic we're talking about. So when you guys are jubilating, Mona advance with some humility. That country, in fact, the people in that country are not up to people in the smallest states in Nigeria, the entire country. So as we are celebrating that you've won a team, you won a very tiny country. But that being said, we won a country and we won a match.
The most important is that we won now. If we had lost, we lost. We'll say, come on, the republic. Come on, yes, man. That is it now. And now nobody's talking about the goalkeeper. That's my problem. I wish they were scoring us. They said the goalkeeper was doing rubbish. He's not good. But now nobody's talking about him. Nobody's giving credit to goalkeeper.
But we've always credited our keeper.
You said?
What about the defender? It's just the goalkeeper alone. The defenders are there.
If you see one defensive work a guy did, you saw. In fact, it's a defense of the game. You know, these days now, when somebody is in your 18, if you don't tackle him with care, it's penalty. But the way he handled the Benin guy, just blocked the ball peacefully, and the thing went off. So those are things now. People, in fact, it's more difficult to play defense now than ever because one mistake is penalty against the team. And those are things, those are technical skills we all need to learn every day. Every day, football is involving. But let's go back to one part of it before we leave this beautiful day of football. I'm going to ask Essie, and it's a very beautiful time. Last on Saturday, was it on Saturday or so? And I was really angry with the old players in the Nigerian scene.
I can't really hear you very well. I can't really hear you very well.
And now we can now the echo is no more coming. We can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you very well. It's not that loud.
Really? And
now the echo stopped.
And now you can't hear us. What a shame.
Okay.
All right. Okay. I would say, I don't know, maybe you go back to where we were because that would be better. I can control that one. It's good to hear what I was.
Let me come in again.
Yes. Good at. So what are Nigerians say? It's a beautiful day. I want to congratulate Nigerians, congratulate Osimhen, want to congratulate the coach. We say thank you to Lookman for always coming through. But like I said, I'm yet convinced that you are the guys to come because I have not seen the skills. Maybe I have not watched the game. I've not watched you guys enough to know what I'm looking for. Like this young man said, there's a difference between a team and a club. And for a team to happen, what we have in that, if you see what we had in 1996 was a set of midfield that controls football. In those days, Samson Siasia hold ball. You know we're going. You understand? You see, you guys were not born. There's a guy that actually died on the pitch in Lagos. You understand?
Kwaraji.
These are our midfielders. You understand? Let me just hold this field a little bit. And if you feel pass Olise, then go score. You understand? Olise was solid. But then Okocha was the one that's going to play the game. Okocha was good. But he was dribbling to the madness. But the only advantage, if Okocha could pass, he wasn't stable then. And Okocha added stability to his skills. Okocha would have been the world player the world have ever seen. Because he has so much skills that sometimes when he's displaying the skill, he gets so much. Of course, it's impossible to run at that speed and still control ball. So sometimes he run away with the ball, he run away from the ball. But when you see that team, in fact, and a wise coach will not use Okocha too much. You understand? He knows it's good. He would prefer a stable player like Sasha than him. But anyway, we're going to come to that another day. But my interest today, young man, Essie, is one thing that I talked about. We're going to go on a break so that when we come back, we can look at the business of football together. I'm disappointed, perhaps, to see that today, football has not come to stay in Nigeria. All we watch it today now. You're going to tell me about what is happening in the Premiership. You're going to tell me what is happening in the German League. All these players, they have gone there to play. What did they bring come house? Are you saying that we don't have the potential to have a league that is formidable? All of them today, you see why I'm even talking to the senior boys first. All of them today, the only job they're looking for, all them Guavon, is to head the national coach. Be the national coach. Had we had a good football league, they'll be making more money, better, you even have a better career, play. In fact, you are a better coach handling Chelsea than even the English team. Nobody knows the English team. Chelsea do better than the English national team. So what is stopping us? That's what I'm asking them now. Is the big boys I want to ask. And what you guys think? What is stopping us from having a national league? Who is going to be responsible? I think the senior boys who have made it and want to be responsible. Let's hear from, because I'm going to keep Essie talking for some time. When Essie finish talking, we're going on a break. Essie, what do you think?
Okay, having a good league is quite different from the national team per se. You know, there are so many things that are let me say, hindering the growth of or the progress of our national league here in Nigeria. One, you have to have what we call expertise. That's one. Two, you have to have the publicity. That is two. Then three, you have to have resources. And then I'll come in with, you have to have the government. A government that does not put the interest of sport at heart, then you have killed the grassroots already. The Nigeria football grassroots is poor. It's not like in those days, in the 90s, the early 90s, the 1990s, the 2000s, close to 2005. I would say our football died 2005. It ended in 2005. Then you could see Eimba, you could help Eimba, Bender Insurance, Kano Pillars, teams that have won the Champions League then. So in the early 90s, you could see that football was prioritized in this country. Then the issue of oil and all that have rubbed off in Nigeria, and everybody's concentrating on what's it called? On oil. Even agriculture is dead. So when you make sport a business and then you give much to it, you expect much from it. But in the case of the Nigeria football, much has not been given to it. You could see that even bribery, corruption is a major issue why the Nigeria football is not progressing where it's supposed to be. Take, for instance, the last time a Nigeria club won the Champions League, I think Enyimba is the last, and Enyimba won it twice. And for the past 10 years, I don't think any club from Africa, from Nigeria, has qualified or gotten to the knockout stage of the CAF Champions League. It hasn't happened because the football is dead. Then people are selected. You see, then people come to local teams. They are inter-sports. Whereby football competitions for colleges, for secondary schools, even universities. You see, the university has a team. They are traveling. And then you could hear back then that this footballer was picked from this particular school, from the streets, from the grassroots. But it's no longer so. Rather, our players and our parents, if you are well to do, you rather send their kids outside to academies abroad because the league has nothing to write home about.
Whether you are good or not.
Whether you are good or not, they send you there and they make you good over there.
Agree.
Yes, because the amenities are there, the facilities are there. The government of the Western countries, they put in so much money into it and make sure that football is from the grassroots. You understand me? But over here, favoritism and tribalism is there. If you look at the national team of in those days, you will see that the national team is mixed up with players from different zones of this country, from the west, from the north, from the east, from the south. You understand? You could see JJ Okocha, that team you are talking about from the Atlanta 96. JJ Okocha is from the south, from Delta. Rashidi Yakini, you could see people, them Sunday Olise, from, you see the Yorubas, you see the Hausas, you see the Igbos, you see those from the south, this side. You can see that it is mixed. There was no tribalism, there was no favoritism. You are good, you are picked because you are good. But in the case now, people are, you lobby. Okay, let my son has this what's it called? Awareness, and then you send them out. So what I'm trying to say is that to cut this whole thing short is that our government and our business tycoons, we hail from a country which is so poor, but we create most of the billionaires in Africa. And these billionaires prepare to invest their money in what we call oil and all that, rather
than money on hotels. Go on,
invest in human resources. By the time we see that the Nigerian football is a human resources and golds can be mined from it, they invest and wipe out corruption for it, you will see that the league will stand and it will grow. So the league of then is even better than the league of now. So are we going forward or are we going backward? So we need to we need to address the grassroots. If the grassroots can be gotten right, we get these investors to invest back, because you can't invest in something that will not yield anything. That is business for you. You invest in something that will yield dividends. So if the league is good and you invest, you will see that this businessmen will come in. If you take, for instance, the Europe, you will see that businessmen wants to come and buy a club. They want to invest because they know they will get their money back, because the government has created the synergy, they've created the scenario, they've created that level whereby everything is transparent. But in Nigeria, nothing is transparent. So we have to be transparent for our sport to thrive.
And I say, I'm gonna thank you so much for this. You know what? When we come back, we're gonna focus on this little aspect of it, which is where we're gonna actually, this is the big topic of the day. You understand? The economics of football. You understand? I did a show here where do you know that the English Premiership generates £6 billion yearly? Only the Premiership. That is half of the Nigerian budget for the year. What is your budget? 27 trillion. 6 billion is about 12 or 13 trillion naira. Come only from football. And how did they do it? I'm going to analyze that when we come back. Don't go away. Let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we're going to look at the business of football and what we can achieve in Nigeria. Don't go away. Stay with us.
Looking for a home away from home in Abuja? Look no further than Srtv Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience. Cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. Srtv goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay. No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore Abuja at your own pace. Book your Srtv Shortlet apartment today and experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. You can reach us by calling this number 070-6237-9915 or 080-7082-7331.
All right, welcome back, people. Oh, Essie just left. I hope we have him back quickly. and we'll be able to round up the show with him. But if you look at the screen, people, I just picked this from the internet. It's not me, so I didn't write it. This is not my writing. He said that between 2020 and 2023 season, which is the season before this one, Mary, the Premiership club revenue, revenue increased by 11% in all-time high of 6.1 billion pounds. This is not that Chris talking. I'm not guessing it. This is what the Premiership make. So if Nigeria, that is 3 times bigger than the United Kingdom, now let me tell you this. This is the English Premiership. It's not the Scottish Premiership. English. You understand, Mary? In the United Kingdom, it's about 80 million people. So we're made up of 4 countries. England. That's why we say English Premiership. We're talking of the England Premiership. The Scotland, they have their own. Even Wales, they have their own. Northern Ireland have their own football. Only England is a part, though they are the biggest, generate this money. Imagine how much the whole of the United Kingdom generate. They're probably generating 10 billion, which is the total of our yearly budget. The question I ask, Mary, is how are they doing it that we cannot do it? Today, we saw Wike signing contracts. Right? You see what I'm talking about? When I said some of the action might be good, but primitive. So we're going to go and bring a foreign coach to come and coach us. No, you know the funniest thing, Mary. There was a guy who was a conservative running for the British. He was going to be prime minister. He had the conservative one. He was a big fan of Liverpool. He will not cost Liverpool. He will not miss any Liverpool match for anybody. All our politicians here, they support one club or the other. They have their own clubs. You understand? And they worship their clubs. That's why I say football is our religion. They worship their club. You know what it is that, and those clubs are now more important, if they are as important as the national team. In Nigeria, other than the Super Eagles, there's no other team in Nigeria that you can mention. The question is why? And that brings you to one thing. I only ask people one question, and this is the only part I can see as a layman. Mary, the Premiership we are watching today, where do you get it from?
Come again. You said what?
You are watching Premiership. How are you watching it? How does it get to you? It's played here in England, and yet you watch it there.
And you can watch on DSTV. You can watch on DSTV.
On television.
Yes.
Mary, the language is television. It gets to you because of television. You see, I really don't understand when we look at the big magic. And I asked people one day, Mary, this is the biggest business somebody can lose. And I'm coming to Nigeria because of this. I don't have time to do all business in my time. I'm sorry. But I asked again, Mary, I wish this young man is here. I asked again, if I'm watching Premiership in Nigeria through the television, that is the right word. Television could be YouTube, it could be DSTV, it could be NTA, anyone. The question I ask is, what is NTA doing? Mary, I said something yesterday. If NTA is run by Daddy Chris, they will generate Nigerian budget of 27 trillion next year. If they tell you how much African Magic is making out of Nigeria, you will cry. And when I came up with a show, I met with the guy that brings in Premiership to Nigeria. He's the one that have the license to bring one Yoruba guy. He brought all the people watching, and one Nigerian boy get the contract to bring her home. So he says the right to your televisions. Mary, that's something somebody used to eat. Just bringing Premiership to Nigeria. But we have Premiership in Nigeria that NTA could not leverage on. We have a problem. And Mary, I want to make it simple. Nigerians who have done something right. If everybody doing it in Nollywood today are waiting for NTA, they would have failed. They've now decided to do things on their own. And my prayer is there is not going to be Premiership until we monetize football. It has not been monetized. One of the way of monetizing football is either through endorsement and through the television. Sponsorship. That's where the money is coming from, really. Even the little money they pay here, because a lot of people come to the stadium. Because when the awareness is raised, when the boy is so popular, you won't go see him. Osimhen they play today, I won't go see Osimhen.
Even when the girl is so popular, you want to go and see the person now.
You don't start.
You
You
know how to hype the guys. When the guy is so popular,
okay, we say okay. Listen, maybe even here the female club is still having difficulties. You understand? We still raising awareness for them. But what they got right is the television is doing the job. The television is filming it and bringing the premiership, the women premiership. It's not as high yet as the. But imagine, Mary, if I have a football club in Nigeria, I'll make sure one outside guy in my team. I'm doing this so the people in that place will support my team. They want to support their son. That's what the premiership is all about. They go bring one from Nigeria, they'll put on there. They go bring one from Congo. What they're looking for support. Bring one from Brazil. They're looking for the whole Brazil to be watching their team, supporting their team, Mary. Endorsement begins to come. It's business. We've not monetized our football. We need to learn it. And my anger or my disappointment is really and solely on the big boys who have seen it. The Mikel who have seen it and they couldn't bring it home. You know what I say to everybody? I always say to people, those of you that are in abroad today, you are like the Joseph of our time. There was a time in the history of the Israelites when they sold their brother as slave. The same Joseph they sold was the one that saved them when they were in difficulties. Mary, what did Joseph have? It was in a place where there was civilization, because Egypt was civilized. You understand? There was money in Egypt. There is money in England. They are civilized. If you bring that contact home, if you bring that knowledge home, you'll be honored, you'll be watching. But all you guys do, like I said yesterday, sorry, now hotel that they build. Tell me one or two footballers when I go hotel, change my name. It's the most popular business. I assume I go don't get hotel. Sorry, guys. Wanna know this? So
yes, now they do investments now. They'll be making more money.
But they made in a hotel. There's a more business in football than hotels. If Osimhen not see the business in football, now me when he come from outside, now me go see the football business when they football. Now he was able to fire his agent. Why not get agent? Why not think of setting up agent now? Is it rocket science? The people that run the football agent here, now rocket science. You know, there's no black man that is a football agent in England. Sorry. In our day. We need to wake up, people. I'm not going to say much tonight on this one. I wish this young man is here, because between him and Mary, they don't win me today.
How can a black man be a football agent where racism is still there?
No, Mary. In fact, I wanted to correct one thing. There's no racism when it comes to money.
But there's racism in football.
No.
I can argue that one tomorrow.
Mary, the only reason there's racism because we never take control. When Dangote won't come buy club, if Dangote buy Arsenal today, now who Dangote want? Now go be the coach of Arsenal. Now who Dangote want? I go play there. You see, you put your mouth where your money is. And this is the funniest thing, Mary. Because they know say will be 200, 300 million people. They want us to follow them. They go take our player. It's a strategic decision by the club to make money. Nobody, Mary, money not no color. Oyibo not no color. Even during the slave trade, they don't care about color. Now who bring money now matter? So when you tell me the racism here is because we don't think outside the box. Black people are too comfortable with poverty. I said it here, Mary. Now in England here, there's no black street. And they made a name. Now you both tell you don't get black your bank. Now racism make you not get bank. If you not get bank, how you go take get club? And if you don't get club, now the one when I set up, you go tell me who will be the coach. No, you both get your own club. And now you go shoot, go be. If black man get club, who go decide for him? I remember the battle when this guy from Chelsea, one Russian man bought Chelsea. He made sure the player there gets a guy that came from Ukraine. He wants him to play. And they were featuring him. That was the time. At that time, he was influencing Russian people to play in Chelsea. Now he get the money. They wanted to put him out at all costs. You understand? But of course, the politician have power to do certain things. But maybe money speaks and bullshit works. We need to learn to monetize football. And there is no racism when it comes to money. Oyibo girl go follow you if you get money. The same way the Nigerian girls, they go run follow Oyibo and get money, leave me. Money talks, lady. You don't get money, your wife go leave you. You never call, you don't care about call yourself. Go follow the man who get money. Not be lie, not lie. They laugh. What I don't talk, when you don't tire about this old man. Not lie.
No, that's the kind of topic that the quiz like. Oh. You know, you say we will give men and go for that money. I know that's the kind of topic you like. I don't have anything to say.
Maybe if we not say the truth, na mistake. If you say my wife love me, pray. Make good get money, no call her. If Tinubu say one Maria, if your whole village, now the village will go stone the woman to death if you not leave you marry Tinubu. As Tinubu bad rich today, as with the cost Tinubu rich now, make Tinubu say now your wife 9-1 today. The whole village goes the whole village go stone now. Say no follow Tinubu. You know what they talk?
And then they want something better for themselves, and nobody wants to die in poverty.
Thank you. Even the Bible, there was a time now God maneuver make Esther marry the king. Not be new. You never read the Bible. I better go read the story of Ruth and Esther in the Bible. Now God maneuver made the king marry that one, made them forget peace. Ooh, na me be God. Even with God, we dance to the tune. Na me go change her. Mary, did you hear what I say? Maybe na me interpret it wrongly. But anybody when not say I not talk true, make it show me the story of Ruth. God make sure say the king married Ruth. Make peace for enter Israel. Make it forget favor. I better stop. Money talks and bullshit work. What does the king have? Money. Power. Money is power. So we need to understand this. Now, this is not what I'm saying today. There's not like good governance if there's no money. You understand? Everything I talk about on my show, Mary, if you listen to me, it's money, money, money. It's not as if I love money that much. But if we take it out, we'll be misleading the new generation. We need to be sincere. We need to be sincere and talk about it. Everything. My people say, those days when Jehovah Witness come preach, when they want finish, they say, the 4 kobo. Now they say they are no, they never born you that time. The price will not change. In those days, I know say when I talk, they laugh. It isn't a joke. You know, you witness when Jehovah put the ask for 4 kobo. When the preach finish, they say, bring your 4 kobo. Maybe they give you the pamphlets. It's 4 kobo. Not before that. 4 kobo.
Jehovah Witness. Okay. And what I know is the guys to bring money for them to give you their book. But if you say you don't have.
But do you know how much? How much were they saying now? In my time, it called Benny 4 kobo. Now the corner 4 kobo. Now they asked. They were selling for 4 kobo. Not be now. That was the Nigeria we saw. That was the Jehovah we saw. Again, what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, when that decrease talk, it will end the matter for the waiting premiership end. The only reason they talk of premiership today is because they are making money. Not the government they pay. Oh, Nigeria, it's not government paying. Premiership can actually make somebody win an election. In England, that is the power of institutions. But we don't privatize our own finish. We say corporation. I'm in between, I'm lost. We say corporation not good because we couldn't manage it. Now, we couldn't even set up our own. Now we are being sold out as slaves to Chinese companies. We sold out. Wicked don't sit down there like one good person as if you know what he's doing. He don't sign. Wicked don't sign destiny away. I can tell you now, people destiny now wicked they sign so. Now I see Baba again. Baba, welcome. You don't sign off. Maybe make we read one paper before we close this show, because go say we not read one single paper before the show end. Pick one. As we they look at Wike face, Wike, make we see you first. Pick one. Wike, you know why I put this in Wike? Premiership, they make 6.1 billion. You they sign contract of the small money when they give you. Where is your brain? Make I take Urobo tell him, make it take his job, tell him, take a query, tell Wike, make it pass on to him president. Say Premiership, only football they make 6.1 billion pounds. You they sign contract. Where is the money coming from? I bet come out, make we talk better thing. Maybe I bet tell me the paper when we go read, make we come out for here. These are waste of space. These are not leaders.
Let's see the Vanguard. The Vanguard newspaper.
Vanguard is good. I agree. Only Vanguard we will fix it today. Let's go.
Okay, the next story on the Vanguard, we have a petrol price hike.
Again.
Nigerians at breaking point. NSC, Article 1. And the reality, NSC insists on reversal, urges citizens to revolt against hike. But fuel price hikes will worsen Nigerians' cost of living crisis. And this coming from Article. Complete refineries by September or sue contractors, Falana tells federal government. As Srtv calls for reversal.
Repeat that again. I like to hear Falana voice. What did he say?
Okay, he said complete refineries by September or sue contractors, Falana tells federal government.
Okay. So we
have Srtv calls for reversal of unlawful fuel price hike. And this story is on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. So we have a story here at the top that says VAT, CIT revenue rises 85% to 6.44 trillion naira on page 9. Amid economic challenges, federal government opens new opportunities with FTC license to UTM FLNG on page 8. Yaradua Matrak engage in politics of integrity, Clark tells Article on page 8. 100 fear dead in tanker explosion in Niger State. 50
I couldn't look at that image. I'm happy you didn't read that one. Because that inferno, I don't know where it's coming from, man.
What is that?
The fire tanker, this stuff in there. You see it in almost all the other papers. Look at it here.
The images, I think Daily Trust didn't post their story on time. They didn't post their paper on time. But they have the image as well.
See? And I'm sure it's the same image you see here now. It's terrible, yeah.
Both cows, and it's really sad, too. And we have Japa, Canada students enrollment dropped 45% after new study visa cap on page 9. NDLEA intercepts consignment of cocaine opioids in sanitary pads, hair cream on page 6. We have a UTM FLNG gets construction license for floating LNG. Okay, on the sport decks, we have Oluwafemi Ayo clinches second gold, shatters world record on page 37 of the sport.
Paralympics.
Yeah, these are all the stories we have this morning on the Vanguard newspaper.
Well, maybe there's nothing new. I know what NSC is going to say. I know what Article is going to say. Is there anything new I want to hear there? For me, no. But maybe Nigerians, that's the news. I read it. That's why we're reading it, Nigerians. Because this is not the news I've been hearing. NSC have nothing to say that the decrease want to hear, unfortunately, when they have every chance to change the country. Today, the same NLC could not even advise this man. I'm sure they will be saying that this man has done well. They will tell me now, say, Baba do well. No, see, he has done well for doing this. NLC, this is the problem we have. It's not, this is the thing until we face, maybe today now, I tell NLC, you know the problem we have? Premiership is making 6.1 billion. How much is Nigerian football making for us? These are the problems we have. The government does not have money to pay you. You don't get it. And 90% of the people paid in Europe, they're not paid by the government. They're not. In fact, government is even oppressing them. I said it on this show. This premiership money is not coming from government, oh. It's coming from the structure that's on the ground. In fact, the government collects your money if you die here as inheritance tax. Nigerian government is not doing that. Nigerian government is the least tax collecting government in the world. They don't collect tax. How they funding things if not the oil? So, what is NSC got to say that I want to hear? This man that is signing paper is our problem. The government not making money is our problem. But you not making money is our problem. Let's just come together. Like I said now, the same body that is supposed to be making money for us, they're going to go on strike, that they're not well paid. This same body, Wike should be working with Nigerian university lecturers or sit down with the think tank in the country to come up with a solution. If we want electricity, they can give it to us. You go sign this more money when we get to give out to China. Now they're sick. So we're going to wake up, people. Like I said, it's not late. That's the beginning of the show, and I'm going to end it so. It's not late yet. I'm going to end the show right now. All right? It's not late. I came up and said that God said to me that we can pick it up today. We can turn the tide, and it's never too late. It's never too late for Nigerians to make money from football. It's not too late for us to make money from agriculture. It's not too late for us to get a refinery, like Falana just said. It's not late. It's not late, people. The question is, are we ready to turn? Why you are praying to God? God said I should tell you to say it to your fellow man. Maybe God is saying, combine with your fellow man and make something great. Let us work together as a nation and make something good for our children. That place you are sending your child to, this London one at this, so now people build them. It didn't just manage, it didn't just fall from heaven. It was the sweat, the hard work of some people. That's what I am benefiting. If I don't sit down here and tell you what it is, then I am a madman. I have free medical facilities in this country, something they are mostly struggling to meet up with, but they're making it possible. That's why no black man want to leave this country for some time. That's why to England we will worship you. Not Tinubu. Now for them, now they say Tinubu mandate will stand. We don't have mandate here. The mandate is the country to grow. Not on one bagger. That's why the Prime Minister is here. We kick him off. Our allegiance is to the country. Your allegiance is to people like Wike and Tinubu. See in face. Just concentrate the sign paper. May God help us. Maybe that's where we're going to end the show, my daughter. Say what you have to tell to Nigeria. Let's jump. Let's call it off.
Okay, what I have to say is Nigerians, I'll say we should not give up. This is a hard time for everyone. I know that the price of fuel is alarming, but we still have to be strong. We still have to believe that things is definitely going to get better, because let's just believe that the government, they are working towards the betterment of the country. At this point, I saw in news where they say a lot of workers are resigning because of the hike in fuel, as regards high cost of transportation. But that is not the way out. What I have to say is, let's just keep being strong and hope for the best.
Thank you, Mary. Well, Mary said we should keep it strong, keep it intact. We're going to get a result. I agree with her. People, Nigerians can be great. And we're going to make it happen. God is not going to do it for us. God has instructed me to tell you that you tell your fellow man, meaning together, we can make that country great again. And please, it is possible. Make no mistake about that. It is too possible. We just need to purge ourselves for certain rubbish and maybe discredit things that we need to discredit. Don't praise it if it's not right. When I come on the show and I say our governors are myopic, it is true. You cannot be signing contract. All the things they sign is contract of how they are giving contract to the construction of roads. And the things that matters are dying. Like I said, would it be so bad if Delta State have a petroleum of its own? Did the federal government stop it from having a factory? If Dangote could have a factory, are you saying the government stop Lagos State from having their own factory? Are you joking? They have a refinery. Federal government, Dangote, a single person have a refinery. The federal government, the state cannot have a refinery? Who said so? Can Dangote borrow money better than my state? No. Let's wake up and make this right. I wake up tomorrow and I see in my dream that all the states are now having airlines, that the corporations are now back because some businesses are better run by the state, while some are run by individuals. And the ones run by individuals are well structured. That's why the Premiership is working. That's why the Transport for London is working. Transport for London is run by the state. It's run by London local authority. It's not run by individuals. And they are making money, they are employing people. Let me repeat. So why you arguing that the state cannot run certain things? Transport for London is run by the London local authority. And they're making heavy money. There are some things that the government better run. There are some. Even if not so profitable for individuals. But government will do it as two things, for social responsibility and still make money and engage people and pay them well. May God help us. That's why we end the show today. God bless you, Mary. We're going to do this tomorrow. Stay out of trouble, young woman. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Looking for a home away from home in Abuja? Look no further than Srtv Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience, cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen, and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. Srtv goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay. No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore Abuja at your own pace. Book your Srtv Shortlet apartment today and experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. You can reach us by calling this number 070-6237-9915.
Srtv. Innovative content, global audience.